Aquarius, there is someone carrying deep regret over the way they treated you. They feel ashamed, and somewhere inside, they know they lost you for good. They know they should have been kinder, more thoughtful, and more considerate toward you. They know they should have handled the connection differently. I keep hearing the words should have, would have, and could have, as though this person is constantly replaying the past and thinking about everything they could have done differently. The moment I connect with your energy, I get a strong feeling that something has already reached its final chapter. What happened has happened. There is no going backward and rewriting the past. You, Aquarius, appear incredibly calm and detached from this situation now. You have taken back control of your own life, while this other person seems to be struggling with the consequences of their choices. The energy of judgment is very strong here. It represents an awakening, accountability, and being forced to look honestly at what you have done. This person cannot simply distract themselves forever. They have to sit with their own thoughts. They have to remember the moments when they made you feel small, dismissed your feelings, underestimated you, or treated you as though you were not important. And one of the hardest things for them to accept is that they now realize they had no real reason to treat you that way. They may have acted from insecurity, jealousy, pride, or a need to feel powerful, but whatever the reason, they are beginning to understand that their behavior damaged more than your connection with them. They damaged their own life as well. They may have believed that hurting you would somehow make them feel better or give them control. Instead, you walked away and you became stronger. That is one of the biggest messages coming through for you, Aquarius. You did not stay where you were being disrespected. You did not allow someone else's behavior to determine your future. And since creating distance from this person, you may have noticed that you feel lighter, calmer, and more focused on yourself. This person may have believed they had somehow broken you or affected your confidence permanently. But the opposite happened. You recovered. You continued moving forward. You began rebuilding your peace, your confidence, and your sense of direction. Meanwhile, they are the one who feels trapped by the past. There is a very strong feeling here that this person once believed they could replace you. Perhaps they took you for granted. Maybe they assumed you would always remain available to them. They may even have thought that if you left, they could simply find someone else and move on without consequences. But reality did not work that way. Once you were gone, they began to understand your value. And now they are looking back and realizing that they cannot simply replace what they lost. This does not necessarily have to describe a romantic relationship. This could involve a former friend, family member, relative, colleague, or someone who once played an important role in your life. The connection may have felt extremely significant at one point, almost as though you had known this person forever. The Six of Cups carries strong energy of memories and reconciliation. This person may remember the good moments between you and wonder whether there could ever be another opportunity to reconnect. But your energy feels completely different. You have already made a decision. You are not interested in returning to the same situation. You do not need to chase this person for an apology. You do not need to convince them that they hurt you. You do not need to explain yourself over and over again. You have reached a place where your peace matters more than receiving closure from someone who was unwilling to give it to you before. That is your strength. You may have discovered the truth about this person, their behavior or their intentions, and that discovery was enough for you. You didn't need a dramatic ending. You simply understood what you needed to understand and walked away. And now this person is haunted by your absence. The Queen of Wands energy also appears strongly. This represents confidence, independence, creativity, charisma, and a person who naturally attracts attention without having to chase it. Whether this describes you directly or someone connected to the situation, there is an unmistakable feeling that your confidence has become one of the things this person notices most. They may have been jealous of your abilities, your personality, your success, your confidence, or simply the way you carry yourself. Perhaps they compared themselves with you. Perhaps they secretly felt that they could never measure up. And instead of dealing with those insecurities honestly, they tried to bring you down. They may have criticized you, dismissed you, competed with you, or attempted to make you question yourself. But you eventually realized that their insecurity was never your responsibility. You are no longer willing to make yourself smaller just so someone else can feel comfortable. Your boundaries have become stronger. You are much more selective about who gets access to your energy, your time, your personal life, and your emotions. You are no longer willing to accept behavior that makes you feel disposable. That is why this person's regret feels so intense. They are realizing that the version of you they once had access to no longer exists. You have changed. You have grown. And the door they once had opened to them is now closed. There is also a strong message about consequences. Whatever choices this person made, they now have to live with the results. This isn't about you seeking revenge. In fact, your energy shows the opposite. You are not interested in revenge. You simply want peace. The more you focus on your own life, the less power this old situation has over you. And that is exactly what this person may find difficult to understand. They may still wonder what you are doing. They may wonder whether you think about them. They may wonder whether you will ever come back. But they cannot see the full extent of your growth because they are still looking at an older version of you. They may tell themselves that you are not doing as well as you really are. They may minimize your progress. They may even try to convince other people that you are going backward. But deep down, they know the truth. They know you are growing. They know you are becoming stronger. They know you are moving forward. And every step you take away from the old situation reminds them of what they lost. The Eight of Swords reinforces this message. This person appears mentally trapped by their own thoughts. They may constantly replay conversations, decisions, mistakes, and missed opportunities. They may think, why didn't I say the right thing? Why didn't I treat them better? Why did I allow my insecurity to control me? Why did I think I could replace them? Those questions may be difficult for them because there is no way to change what already happened. And Aquarius, you do not have to carry that burden for them. You have your own future to build. You have your own goals to pursue. You have your own happiness to protect. The energy of justice also comes through strongly. It speaks about balance, accountability, and consequences. If someone treated you unfairly, you do not need to spend your life trying to make things fair yourself. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is step away and allow life to reveal the consequences naturally. If you are dealing with an important decision, conflict, or even a formal situation where fairness matters, this card encourages you to stay calm, organized, and truthful. Do not allow another person's behavior to push you into acting against your own values. Your greatest advantage is your composure. You are becoming unavailable to unnecessary drama. You are becoming unavailable to manipulation. You are becoming unavailable to toxic cycles. And that is a major transformation. There is also a message here about an exciting new beginning. The Ace of Wands suggests new motivation, new projects, opportunities, creativity, and movement. While someone else may still be looking backward, you are being encouraged to look forward. Something new may be developing in your life. You may be starting a project, pursuing a goal, changing your direction, traveling, learning something new, or simply becoming more passionate about your future. And this is where the energy shifts completely. You are no longer defined by what happened. You are defined by what you choose to do next. There is also a message about something you have been waiting for. Something you planted a long time ago may finally begin showing signs of progress. Perhaps you thought a dream was taking too long. Perhaps you wondered whether something you wanted would ever happen. The message is not to dig up the seed just because you cannot see the results yet. Allow things to develop. Be patient with yourself. Keep nurturing your goals. Your progress does not have to happen according to someone else's timeline. You may also notice that people who once doubted you are beginning to see you differently. Some may be surprised by how much you have changed. Some may suddenly become interested in reconnecting. Some may suddenly want to know what you are doing. But remember, someone noticing your growth does not automatically mean they deserve access to it. That is an important distinction for you. There is also a warning about someone attempting to return through emotional pressure. They may come back with an apology, a sad story, a gift, or some explanation designed to make you feel sorry for them. You are allowed to have compassion without reopening a door that you deliberately closed. You can forgive someone internally without inviting them back into your life. You can understand why someone behaved the way they did without accepting the behavior. And you can wish someone well from a distance. That is maturity. The message of self-care is especially strong for you now. Take care of your mind, your emotions, your routines, and the things that bring genuine peace into your life. Do not spend your nights replaying old situations or worrying about what someone else might be thinking. Your attention is valuable. Give it to your future. There is also an energy around travel and making plans. You may have a journey, trip, change of environment, or important plan developing. If you are organizing something, pay attention to the details. Check your arrangements carefully, make thoughtful decisions, and don't rush. Sometimes the smallest details matter the most. But above everything, the message for you is to have faith rather than fear. Do not allow another person's negativity to become your emotional reality. You are allowed to move forward. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to succeed. You are allowed to become someone completely different from who you were when this person knew you. And perhaps one of the reasons you triggered this person so strongly was because you were never trying to be a copy of anyone else. You are original. You have your own personality, your own style, your own way of thinking, your own path. People may imitate what they admire, but imitation does not create the original. So don't compete with people who are trying to compete with you. You do not need to prove that you are better. You simply need to continue being yourself. There is also a powerful message about gratitude. The more you appreciate what is already working in your life, the less space you leave for old negativity. Focus on what is growing. Focus on what is peaceful. Focus on what inspires you. Focus on the people who genuinely support you. And if someone is determined to misunderstand you, you don't have to spend your life correcting their perception. Let them think what they want. Your life will speak for itself. The strongest message I feel for you, Aquarius, is that the chapter is closing because you have changed. It is not simply that the other person lost access to you. It is that you no longer need what that relationship once represented. You have outgrown the cycle. You have outgrown the need for their approval. You have outgrown the need for their apology. You have outgrown the need to prove that you were right. Your peace is enough. And if this person does feel regret, that is something they must work through themselves. You do not have to rescue them from the consequences of their choices. You do not have to carry their guilt. You do not have to reopen the door just because they finally understand what they did. Protect your peace. Keep your boundaries. Keep building. Keep growing. Keep choosing yourself. And most importantly, don't look backwards simply because someone from your past finally started looking back at you. Your future is calling much louder. There is something beautiful about reaching the point where you can remember what happened without allowing it to control you. That is where your power lies. You are not the person who walked away from that situation. You are the person who survived it, learned from it, grew through it, and continued forward. So let the past remain where it belongs. If this message resonates with you, take it as a reminder to stay focused on your own path. Protect your peace, nourish your dreams, and don't allow old situations to steal attention from new opportunities. What is meant for your future does not require you to return to what already hurt you. You are moving forward, Aquarius. And this time you are not looking back.